Hi there, I'm Mike. What I have for you today is a very special unboxing, and it's special in the fact that it's not. It's the middle of November, and I'm finally getting loot crates from 2 months ago. My Loot Gaming subscription was gifted to me by Albert. Thank you again, Albert, for sending me these loot boxes. I got 2 in a row. They came to me the same days. Now, this is August's loot crate. I have determined that. It is called Button Mashing. That's the theme to this crate. What I have in front of me is a PDF, because the QR code sends you to a website. Actually, it doesn't. It sends you to a Google search of that website for some reason. And then I can just kind of open up a PDF from Loot Crate's website to let me know what I get in it. And let's go ahead and just start pulling things out. First thing you'll notice, there's no shirt. There's nothing to wear in this, and I'm pretty bummed about that. But let's talk about what is in there and not what's not in there, although the shirt is the main reason why I got Loot Crate in the first place. First, let's start with a thing that I don't really care about, and that is going to be this pin right here. This is a Cuphead pin. I actually haven't played Cuphead yet. It's a bullet hell game, and everyone I know that's played it says it's fantastic. I just have not gotten around to playing it. I don't really super care about pins. There's lots of people out there that will go, oh, that's the sugar bowl. That's the person that everyone likes. I don't know. I have no idea. You could like it. I don't. That's fine. Next, let's go ahead and move on with the box. You get this Bioshock Infinite Elizabeth 3.5-inch collectible vinyl figure. Now, I did play Bioshock. I really enjoyed Bioshock. Bioshock Infinite was a fantastic game. Probably my favorite Bioshock. I don't know if that's true for everybody. I know the first one was pretty crazy. The whole twist in the story, I did like that. So this is the Elizabeth figure. And she's just, I mean, she's not a figure. She's a statue. Figure implies action figure, which implies action. There's no action here. She's doing the one thing. She's got her eyes closed and her hands out, and she's standing on her tippy toes. I guess she looks like Elizabeth. She's wearing Elizabeth's clothes, but I don't really necessarily think she looks like Elizabeth. If you told me that this was Belle from Beauty and the Beast, I would have believed you, just because it's, I mean, just kind of how I see it. Next, we have my ever favorite, at least we get 2, Banjo Kazooie Can Koozies. I played Banjo Kazooie as much as the next 90s kid who had a Nintendo 64. I love Banjo Kazooie. It was a fun game. Never played the nuts and bolts one on the Xbox 360. Heard it was terrible. But, you know, I won't let a newer game ruin the memories I had of this original game, which was a lot of fun. It's a timeless game. Although, probably not timeless. I don't think the graphics aged super well, but the gameplay is probably timeless, and that's the important thing when you're talking about games. Anyways, these are Can Koozies. Who cares? Next, we have a Loot Crate logoed. This is a Borderlands Mouse Pad. I'm 1000% sure that if I look in my bins over there, I will find this exact mouse pad in one of those bins, because I'm pretty sure I got this in a Loot Crate back in, yes, 2015. So a while ago. So this is just one of those other instances where they had a bunch of these in the warehouse, and they're like, let's put it in another thing, because why not? Everyone loves a good mouse pad, right? Nope. This is the one thing I'm pretty sure is brand new in this. Never been given out before. It's copywritten 2019, and this is a relatively newish game. Is this Soul Calibur 6 tin? It's an art print tin. It's fine. It looks good. Mine actually has, you can see it right here, mine actually has a little dent in it right there. But it also comes with a stand. Now the stand doesn't have any instructions, but this has 2 pegs, this has 2 holes. You put them together, it's pretty straightforward. And then when you put them together, you've got this nice little art stand thing. Lastly, this is the QR code thing, but there's also a thank you card in here that says, hey looters, we just wanted to say thanks. You're awesome, we love you, and a whole bunch of other words that can't possibly capture how much you mean to us. To show our appreciation, we've included a bonus Pacman poster in this crate. So, that's what I'm guessing this is. They said, hey, we know we done messed up. We were super late on getting all these boxes out. Here is a Pacman poster to make up for it, which, okay. Ah, yes. This Pacman poster. I got this Pacman poster on my very, 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 very first Loot Crate. I'm pretty sure if you go back in time in my Loot Crate unboxing things, you'll find me undo this poster right here. I'm pretty sure that was my very first one. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put these together. I'm gonna try to give it a score, see what I feel about it, and we'll move on with our lives. Okay, so here I have everything ready to go, but before I move on and give this crate the score, I just wanna send Loot Crate my heartfelt thanks for continuously sending me boxes of garbage. You've cluttered up my room, so thank you very much. I don't know what that was, but let's go ahead and take a look at this. I do this by point. There are 4 items in here, plus a bonus item, plus a theme. So this is gonna be a total of 5 points, but there's 6 things in here. So it could have a total of 6 out of 5 if I so deem it. Spoiler alert, I'm not. So let's talk about the things individually. I'm gonna talk about here first this little 3.5 inch $2 little thing. I'm sure these go for more than $2. If you go to GameStop, I'm sure this is probably like 12 bucks. I personally don't value this at 12 bucks. I wouldn't even want this if it were a pre-order for the game that I got for free just because I pre-ordered it. I mean, I like Bioshock. Bioshock's a fun game, but not enough to have this. While it's not awful, it's not something I care about. So I'm gonna give it a 0.25. Next, we have these Can Koozies. I don't know if these have been in a box before, but I have a strong opinion on Can Koozies. These are the kind of things that you give out for free at a baseball game or when you sign up for a new account at a bank. These are not the kind of things you give somebody as if they had value and were things that people wanted. So they get 0 points. Next, we have a mouse pad. Here's the thing, I have a mouse pad. It's my World of Warcraft Collector's Edition Burning Crusade mouse pad. That's my mouse pad. That has been my mouse pad since 2007. That will continue to be my mouse pad for probably the end of time until mouse pads are no longer a thing that people have. I'm not gonna use a second one on top of the first one that I already have. So I'm not gonna give this any points for being reused and not great. Although I do like Borderlands. Next, Soul Calibur 6. I played the crap out of Soul Calibur 4. That was the one I believe with Link in it because I had it on the GameCube. I enjoyed the Soul Calibur games. It's a lot of fun. I played 5 a little bit. I actually haven't played 6 at all because I don't have any consoles that it came out on. But I enjoy the Soul Calibur franchise and this is a good art print. The problem with it is that the tin is flimsy and this has fallen over like 100 times because the stand that it came with isn't super great. See what I mean? I like it, but I'm gonna give it a half point just because it's super flimsy. It's like really flimsy. The bonus thing here is that we got this Pacman poster. This wasn't supposed to come in the box. It wasn't scheduled to come in the box, but I sent it in the box anyway. It's a poster I've already gotten. I'm pretty sure I threw that first poster away. It's paper, it's garbage, it's trash. What am I gonna do with this? Put it on my wall? I mean, I could. There might be some people that do, but it's not even really a Pacman thing. It's a breakdown of an Atari game cartridge. So I don't know, it's just, that's not something I care about. I'm not giving it anything for that. Now, lastly, the theme. The theme is button mash. Now, button mashing is a legitimate strategy for people who are terrible at video games. I've been known to do it in the past. It's a thing that everybody does, okay? These are not games that I would say are button mash games. Fighting games are typically button mashing games. Banjo-Kazooie, you can't button mash Banjo-Kazooie. If you don't have a perfectly timed jump, you're not gonna make that jump to get that, you know, music note or whatever. Cuphead, not really a button masher. That's a game of precision and skill. You don't button mash precision and skill. You button mash because you have no idea what you're doing and just want the character on the screen to do something. Borderlands, again, not really a button masher. The only one that really is Soul Calibur. I've lost many of fights to a button masher because they pull off some crazy combos on accident just by basically closing their eyes, hitting buttons, and just, you know, whipping my ass. And that's a thing that happens. My wife has beat me handily in Smash Brothers sometimes, not knowing anything about what she's doing. That's just how fighting games work sometimes. So in terms of the theme, I'm gonna give it a 0.25 because one of the items is button mashing. And I always include this little guy as part of the theme, and while I don't necessarily think Cuphead is a button mashing game, I do like this pin. It actually has kind of grown on me. I like the art style of Cuphead, so I actually really do like this pin. I know I kind of poo-pooed it a little beginning, but as I've kind of looked at it and messed with it, it's a decent pin. That gives this box a 1 out of 5. It is a garbage box. It is a box full of garbage, and again, thank you so much, Loot Crate, for sending it to me. It's very nice of you. Albert, if you're watching this, buddy, don't take this personally, man. Thank you so much for giving my channel content. I secretly suspect that people like it when I bash on these boxes, and I don't intentionally do it. I don't set out to bash on boxes, but sometimes boxes need to be bashed, and this is one. thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far. If you enjoyed this video, it would help the channel out a lot if you could like, share, and subscribe. Also, I'd like to take a moment to thank these people for supporting my Patreon level where I thank them for unboxing videos. If you want to know how you can get your name on this list, go ahead and check out my Patreon. It's there. It's a lot of fun. But if you want to spend any money, I get it. There's a bunch of other ways that you can help out my channel down in the downstairs area down here. And that's it. Thanks so much for getting this far, and I'll see you later. Bye.